Hey, today in this video, we're going to do a guided meditation. The first thing we want to do is basically just kind of forget about yourself. Kind of relax to kind of what's happening. Like, just put down all your pretend, everything, your identity, what you think that you know, who you are, what your beliefs, just put everything down, Just be right here in this very current moment of space, regardless of where that may be. And the more you practice this, the better this will get. And the more you are the more time you can devote to this, just find the quietest, most peaceful spot that you have available currently. So a bathroom, a closet, anywhere like that. And just be right here at this moment. Don't try to feel a certain way. Don't try to get a special place. Don't try to be like in a special place. Just be present. Aware without any plan or purpose. Just be right here. Just no plan, no purpose, no purpose. You might have a gnat flying around your ear. You might notice thoughts are popping in your head, like, what am I doing? These gnats are flying around my head. You may be feeling like risings, in your body. It's like thoughts, but I just want to say, drop all your thoughts. When you just see them, drop it. Don't worry about them and try to fix them. Don't try to fix your thoughts. Just watch them. Just watch them. Notice them. Just notice your thoughts. Can you do that? Don't worry about trying to make them go away. Just let them come and go. Just watch them. Like clouds. Just like clouds passing by. A very blue sky. They move away. They always move. They're always changing. One minute they're always changing. Be present. Be right here. Now, instead of focusing on those thoughts and feelings, shift your attention to the part of you that is simply observing them. Like, who is the one who notices? Like, are you observing them? Even when your mind is busy, try to tune into that, like the silent witness. Who's noticing your thoughts? Who's noticing this? This awareness, a sense of who you are. I am. It is, the reality of who you are. It's not something that you have to create or work towards. It's you. It's already there. It's already there, deep within you. It's what they call your true self, beyond all the surface levels, stuff like your name or your personalities, none of that. Just relax into this spacious awareness. Right here, it's going to be difficult, but don't try to control or change it in any way. Just let yourself rest in this open peace and presence without any agendas in mind, nothing going on, dropping it. You're dropping it as they come in. Everything is already complete, just like it is. Drop it, drop it, drop it. I'm going to keep saying drop it because you got to. The key of getting out of this is simply into the being. You got to be in it without trying to plan it or shift it or define it in any way. Just be in it. Everything's trying to teach you something. Everything's trying to teach you a lesson. It's going to be very profoundly common and a very, 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 very thing that you can start doing every single day. But just be in that space, be in that emptiness, that oneness. Be quiet and just listen. Listen to what happens right now. And what do you hear? Evenings is very nice for this because things kind of settle down. You can hear very good. This is the time of the day that you might hear the mystical owl crying out, saying, who's that one that watches you? Who is that one? That's you. That is your consciousness. That's your awareness of being. You can't touch it, but you just kind of can feel around the edges of it and know that it's there. And the more you try to dig into this, the easier it's going to be. You know, it's not like you having your life is not planned out. You're the one watching it subjectively. Get with that one and be. People do this all the time, but they don't even know what to call it. This is true meditation. Being. Thanks for everything. I have nothing to complain about whatsoever. It's one of them things that can be life-changing if you get your hands on this. But it takes dying. There is a dying, I feel like it does kind of take place. That has to happen because we're so selfish. But in order to walk in that newness of life, you have to have a virgin consciousness. Just like Christ. Just like Christ was born of a virgin. That virgin consciousness through your minds is going to be able to be a representation of how you have to come to God, dropping all your thoughts, being virgin. That can be very difficult, and it does take practice. And that's why people doing a lot of things. They're kind of going and doing and going and seeing and being and controlling. But it's through this path that you get complete everything. Everything. Because now you are the experiencer of the experiences. I hope this guided meditation brings you value. And I hope this guided meditation can bring you peace. Because it's through this that we find peace. A lot of times it's hard to realize that outside things never make you happy no matter what. Look at the big ones that's made it. They're like, well, I've got everything. I'm still not happy. I've got yachts. I got houses. I got women. I'm not happy. Why? Why am I still happy? It can be very deep, but there's a reason behind it. It's just like you climb this mountain, you get to the top of that mountain, you look around, it's like, what other mountain is there? That one over there? Okay, let's go get that one. And it's all about the process, and it's all about being able to be present. Can you be present today? Be one with nature. And I'm not saying to go off and get into a meditation retreat. I'm just saying stop for 5 seconds and just relax back to the core of your being. And this could be an amazing awakening moment for you. Everybody says they're kind of awakened, but it's almost kind of like my wife was telling me that she worked in this clinic, and a lot of the times people would go and that addicts could always recognize other addicts. It's just like a wavelength. That just, no matter where in the hospital, two addicts are going to find, they're going to exchange pills or whatever, and they're going to always find each other. That wavelength. It's like that with awakened beings. I feel like there's a wavelength that you just know. Because you don't work out of you work out of the now, what is. And what is what's currently happening. And it's a process because people work out of, it's a lose because most people are activating and living their lives just like, from yesterday's garbage. It's already done, it's past. It's time for the newness of life. And if I'm worried about it, it's not there yet. So you have to be able to drop things. And part of being able to do that is probably to know that and it sounds kind of weird when you say it like this, and people if you can imagine yourself being the calmness in a storm, the eye of a hurricane, the television set where it has movies, the cloud in the sky, you can start seeing that, and you can start being able to know that to be able to know that's witnessed would tell that it's not the same thing, so it has to be something else observing it in the back. That's the one that's lived forever. That's the one that's formless. That's the one that knows everything. That's the one that people get into the spirit. They call it the spirit, or they walk in this stuff. You see a lot of people do it, and it's just like it just comes. Like they don't have to think about it. They're not trying to study it, because the mind is a great thing, but it could be a very big troublemaker. And everybody's Everybody kind of goes through cycles. Everybody goes through cycles of ups and downs and lows, and it's the same thing as a cycle of the world. It has moments of dark, periods of different spaces. But there is an awakening kind of happening right now, and I feel it. I feel people getting away. My wife is really becoming to this new stage. I'm getting buddies and friends around her getting this newness, this taste of life. And what it does, it affects you in a certain mighty way, and it makes things crazy. Because now things are a different deal. You're not operating out of your mind, you're operating out of what is. And there's power in that. There's power in that. Where's Jesus at? He's inside. He said the kingdom of God is inside. Think of outer space, think of inner space being that big. There's a lot to it, but the keys is always inside. People don't go there. They go to outside things to try to make themselves feel happy. It never does. We got to get back to meditation. Because I'm making some meditation benches.